Who am I here with?
You're here with Dr. R.
Yes.
That's a great question. I would define feminism as the school of thought that seeks to understand how women are viewed and experience and interact with the world, and the ways in which historic disadvantages for women or lack of rights for women have shaped our experiences. Two things come to mind. One is that feminism and feminist have become such kind of politically and emotionally charged terms, but really the second thing that comes to mind, like that's the first thing that comes to my mind, and then the second is just that I think everyone should be a feminist, because it really just means to believe in women's rights and women's value and women as deserving of dignity and respect. So those are kind of the two things. One is that people really worry about this term and what to do with it, and the other is that it's actually quite simple, right? Like you just think that women are worthy of respect and dignity and equal rights and opportunities that everybody else would have. I do. And interestingly, most of the men that are in my life consider themselves feminists too, even though I think we all worry, right, about the sort of political or current connotations or negative connotations of the term. And to me, that literally means that I believe in women. I mean, I wouldn't be the president of an all-girls school if I didn't believe in women's rights. I didn't believe that women were worthy of attention and respect and investment, that women shouldn't have the right to be equal in society and to do all the things that others can do. But I would take it one step farther and say that I believe that women should be empowered, they should be elevated, they should be cherished, they should be celebrated. Women do amazing things that only women can do. And so, yeah, absolutely a feminist. Oh, that's a really great question. I grew up in a family and a culture where women really did not have equal rights, and where we're not really meant to have a voice or have strong opinions. And my mom didn't finish high school. She didn't have the opportunity to go to college. She didn't have the opportunity to learn how to drive a car until I had to go to school and someone had to take me. And so then she was allowed to, learn how to drive a car, and that was so culturally constructed, right? I grew up, in the 1970s, right, in a tiny little town. My mom is from Lebanon, so you layer all that together, and it has really, it really shaped, I think, what I think of as, and those competing, women cook, women are homemakers, women like take care of others, women clean houses, women do all of these things. And my mom always told me quite the opposite, because those were the opportunities of what she could be in life. And so she always said that, you're going to be educated, you're going to be smart, you are going to go to college. One day you're going to own your own home, and one day you're going to buy me a home. And now I'm like getting emotional about it. But that day came true. It took many, many decades for me to be able to afford to have my own home, and then a few more decades for me to be able to help my mom go to college. One day you're going to own your own home, and one day you're going to buy me a home. And now I'm like getting emotional about it. But that day came true. It took many, many decades for me to be able to afford to have my own home, and then a few more decades for me to be able to help my mom, and to take care of her at the end of her life. But I think these notions of beauty and femininity and like caretakers, and women can be all of those things, right? And I am all of those things. I'm a proud mother of two daughters, but I also think it's really